Luke, how do you now approach the next 2 weeks? They're almost must-wins, both of them, aren't they? You've got to win both to really make the 8 in the finals.
Yeah, I think if we win both, we're definitely playing finals, I think. Might be wrong, but it's really exciting. You talk about tests in football, and this is probably the biggest one we've had all season. We face arguably the best 2 teams in the competition to finish off the home and away season. A lot's on the line, so we'll embrace the challenge. It's exciting, and really looking forward to it.
The fallout from the weekend, a generic would be, you only just got over the line against a team that's really battling. How did you see it as a player, the win?
I knew going into the game it wasn't going to be easy. A lot of teams have just got over the line against Carlton this year. Despite where they're sitting on the ladder, they've really never gone away in many games at all this year. So it's a credit to them. They're a young team. They're hungry for the contest and took it up to us the other night. And we were lucky enough to get over the line. But I think that typifies their year. They've never really gone away. They've played some really good footy and made it hard for a lot of teams. And I think as young as they are, that's going to hold them in good stead going forward.
Any concerns about that run on in the third quarter? Would they kick 5 or 6 goals on you?
It's probably a concern because it's happened on numerous occasions for us this year, but there's no black and white answer to how to stop it. But we're continually working on getting better, and hopefully with that comes stopping those momentum shifts.
Vard said he thought it might have been the breeze. It did quite blow to one end, but I thought that was an unusual thing considering they're from here and it was a West Australian team,
Yeah, I wouldn't blame the breeze. That'd be a bit disrespectful to Carlton and how well they played in the third, I think.
You look like you took on yourself to have a massive impact in that last quarter. That was as good as you played for all game and for a while. Did you feel the same way?
I haven't really thought about it. Everyone needed to lift in the last quarter. They'd come at us hard in the third, and if we want to go anywhere this year, we're going to need to find ways to stop that momentum and find ways to get everyone to lift. So I think as a team we lifted in the last quarter. Everyone really played a role in that, I think.
You mentioned before that obviously you've got two weeks coming up, the challenges. You always talk about 1 week at a time and stuff, but when you know you've got a 2-week block like this, can you treat it a little bit differently to what the normal 1 week at a time?
I guess we can talk about things that we want to work on over the next 2 weeks, but in terms of focusing solely on opposition, we won't look at Adelaide until next week. It'll be all GWS this week, and as I said before, they're probably the 2 best teams in the competition. So we've got to get everything right this week and come out ready to play.
You haven't played a team above you on the ladder for about 5 weeks, I think it is. So does that change anything for you, knowing that you're coming up against the better opposition now?
No, we prepare the same every week. Every oppo, we prepare the same meetings. We look at the same things, so nothing will change this week.
Look, not too many tougher assignments, GWS over there, but how much do you need to improve given you haven't won consecutive games? I think it's since round 7 and 8.
I didn't know that, but we just need to improve because we're 8th on the ladder, and there's, they just say there's 7 teams better than us at the moment. So we need to improve because we want to be the best team in the competition, and we're not there yet. But as I just touched on, nothing will change this week. We'll prepare the same way, and but as you touched on, we prepare for a super team on their home deck.
Their running power has been returning to its best in recent weeks. How do you counter that?
Run just as hard, I think. Get on top at clearances. They do play an exciting brand of footy, and they're really good to watch. But hopefully for our sake, it's not on full display this week.
Look, just the 45 tackles on the weekend as well. I think you're 15th or 16th in the comp for that as well. I mean, that's pretty alarming given GWS's running capabilities as well. Is that a mindset or a lack of effort, or is it, what do you put that down to? Because it's been low all year.
Couldn't tell you what it is. It was a bit of a ping pong sort of game the other night a little bit, so that might have something to do with it, but I couldn't give you an exact answer.
Has that been an area though that Simo's sort of said, look, we need to put more pressure on, we need to make more tackles and more effective tackles as well?
We feel like we're putting pretty good pressure on, and we've got a terrific back line, but we like to think that if we can put enough pressure on upfield, we can force dirty kicks and allow them to intercept mark. But I think as much as our tackles were down, I think our pressure was still fairly good the other night. But obviously given the chance, we'd like to have a few more tackles. I think it always makes it easier.
What can you say about JK now? I know he's one of your mates, but he's sort of almost gone into, he's up Peter Sumich sort of, in terms of the clubs, and he's one of the greats.
Yeah, he is. I was speaking to Shannon Hearn this morning. We were talking about when you play with someone as good as what JK is, you tend to underappreciate them a little bit. I think because you know them on a personal level, and you just become accustomed to running out with them every week and getting what you get from them. And sometimes we need to take a step back and admire how good he actually is. And I won't bump his tyres up too much because we've still got a long way to go this year to get to where we want to get to. But yeah, he'll be one of those players, I think, when you finish footy, you look back on and tell your kids and grandkids you were lucky enough to play with him.
Is your appreciation for him going up because he missed those games, and then you see what you actually missed?
It's pretty special that he's gone back to top spot in the Coleman race after missing 5 games or so. But even when he was out for 4 or 5 weeks, we knew what we were missing. But yeah, in saying that, other guys down forward stood up and played a big role when he was out. So yeah, we knew what we were missing, but he's a pretty special player.
In that last quarter there, you really lifted, and Vardy as well. But you came out of the centre at one stage there, and you sort of wanted to go to JK, didn't you? And even he said, mate, go on. So
yeah,
it's tempting, isn't it, just to go to it?
It was tempting. I think as I was coming out, I bounced it and I missed him on his first lead, so I felt a little bit bad and tried to get it to him. But he's got a bit of a presence about him, which sometimes hurts us, I think. Sometimes we're a little bit too JK conscious, but there could be worse blokes to be conscious about, I think.
What makes him so good?
You'd have to speak to people that have played on him, but I imagine, and watching the stuff he does off the ball is, there's not many forwards that can move the way he moves at his size, and he reads the game so well. But I think for a guy who kicks so many goals and he's our number 1 target, he's so team orientated and selfless, and nearly more worried about the other forwards in our team also than himself. And I think when you have that attitude, sometimes the footy gods look after you. But I don't want to say footy gods about JK. He works so hard and he's so talented that he's always going to get a good look. But you speak to our forwards and they all love playing with him because he tries to make people around him a better player. Footy
world seems divided over the Toby Green incident today. Obviously, you can't talk about the report, but the action itself. Did you think it was illegal when you first saw it? Some players are saying it's legal, some saying illegal. What did you think?
I didn't know what to think. I won't tell you whether I thought it was legal or illegal, but I think if it wasn't Toby Green, there probably wouldn't be as much talk about it. So hopefully the MRP can adjudicate the action just on the action itself.
He was pretty good last time you guys
Yeah.
played him. If he's not available, it'd be handy.
It would be handy. Yeah, he's a gun player, and obviously I think he kicked 2 big goals in the last quarter last time. So he's got the ability to win games off his own boot when it's tight within 5 or 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens.
Who do you normally get? Is it Callum Ward or is it Josh Kelly? Or?
A bit of everyone. Yeah, they have so many guys who can go through there and have an impact. You generally come up against 2 or 3 A-graders.
Willie Rioli had 4 goals on the weekend. Is it a bit early for him to come back into the team, or could you put up with a bit of an X factor, someone that they might not know too much about?
I think just with his hammy, probably a little bit too early. He's pinged it twice this year, I think. But obviously, in his first season at AFL, you don't want to rush him back in, and he does another one, and then it interrupts his pre-season. So we'll keep taking it slow with Willie, I think. But we're seeing some really good signs from him. We knew in pre-season that he had a bit of talent just on the training track, but he's backed that up when he's had the chance to play this year, which has been really good.